Hello to you whom we love, unconditionally, wherever you are on this earthly sphere. I am Dr. Jafid, and in this video we are going to talk about blood thickening, its symptoms, causes and treatment. Because heart disease is the leading cause of mortality worldwide. And heart attacks, which account for the first to third rankings of mortality globally. Therefore, the teachings of this video can save you and your friends and relatives. So we have a very important video ahead, stay with me. The blood thickening itself is not a disease, but blood thickening is the root of many diseases. When the blood inside our bodies thickens and tries to pass through the veins, it encounters movement difficulties. And its cells suffer from oxygen deficiency. So, you see that someone suffering from blood thickening has darkness in the extremities of their body. Because excess substances accumulate there, and the organs haven't received enough oxygen, and the substances couldn't return to the liver and kidneys for purification. So, one of the signs of blood thickening is darkness in the extremities of the body. Those who have unusual darkness on their feet, soles, and toes, while the rest of their skin isn't like that, may be experiencing blood thickening. Someone suffering from blood thickening may experience dizziness because adequate blood supply to their brain is not occurring. They also become fatigued and drowsy. Because blood circulation in the vessels becomes sluggish, and the brain is very sensitive to this. And most often, you observe the person yawning and feeling tired and drowsy. You can see that they tend to nod off and feel dizzy in work and while studying. And they're not very lively and cheerful, which is another sign of blood thickening. The next sign of blood thickening is numbness in the hands and feet. As soon as they sit down for about a quarter or half an hour and sit on their legs, they experience numbness and tingling. Or even those for whom this condition is severe, they have difficulty driving, and their hands on the steering wheel become drowsy. This is also another sign of blood concentration, as poor oxygen delivery to the muscles results in muscle tingling and cramps. The burning sensation in the palms of the hands and soles of the feet is another sign of blood thickening. They feel burning sensation at soles and palms in bed at night, and they prefer to place their feet on ceramic or cool surfaces. These are signs of blood thickening. The next sign of blood thickening is that the saliva is more viscous and has more elasticity. When they spit out their saliva, the saliva is elastic and has a viscous and chewing gum-like texture. This is another sign of blood thickening. The presence of skin rashes on the back and chest of these individuals is another sign. The red and coarse pimples that these individuals develop are indicative of this condition. Another sign of blood thickening is that as soon as you look at their face, you can tell whether they are suffering from blood thickening or not. When a person has a particular darkness on their lips, they suffer from blood thickening. If you've noticed, individuals who use drugs and smoke often have darker lips due to reduced oxygen in their blood, which can lead to blood thickening. So the next sign is dark lips and dark facial skin. Take these symptoms we discussed about blood thickening seriously. Why? Because individuals with these symptoms are at risk of heart disease. Because when the heart needs to pump blood and circulate it throughout the body, blood that is thick moves with greater difficulty through the blood vessels. And this hard movement in the vessels puts extra strain on the heart. And it causes high blood pressure. Therefore, it leads to both high blood pressure and heart diseases, as well as heart attacks and strokes. So, be sure to take blood pressure seriously. The highest age at which people used to develop high blood pressure was 40 years and older. However, nowadays, due to reduced physical activity and increased sedentary behavior, as well as excessive mobile phone use, people can develop this condition at younger ages, around 20 years old. That these people must do the treatments that I will say. Causes of blood concentration. Indeed, to treat blood thickening, it's essential to identify the underlying causes. The first sign of blood thickening is reduced physical activity. Second, not drinking enough water. Third, excessive consumption of fats and meat. Fourth, constipation. Fifth, untimely sleep, meaning they don't sleep at night and nap during the day, which can lead to blood thickening. The next factor is excessive consumption of tea and coffee, which significantly thickens the blood. Next, the use of industrial oils, palm oil, and products containing paraffin. And the use of solid and liquid oils that, unfortunately, do not have a natural origin. The next point is excessive consumption of cheese. Those who consume a lot of cheese can have thickened blood. The next point is lack of physical activity, sitting for extended periods, and having negative thoughts. Negative thoughts increase stress and blood thickness. Well, now, how can we easily treat high blood pressure? This is the result of my 15 years of experience, and I offer you simple treatments. In order to easily treat the blood thickness and avoid excessive expenses, and the serious diseases that this blood thickness can lead to. If you've enjoyed the video content up to this point, please like and subscribe. And share this video on your social and family networks. Thank you. To treat blood thickness, let's not start with what we eat. Let's start with what we don't eat. The simplest and most cost-effective method is to skip lunch. Replace lunch with grapes. Replace lunch with salads. Just have 2 meals a day. Especially for those who are over 50 years old, they are more susceptible to high blood thickness. They should eliminate lunch. Replace lunch with a light meal of fruits. Next, incorporating blood-thinning spices into your diet can be beneficial. Spices like saffron can have a role similar to aspirin in the body. Saffron can be a good blood thinner. Include black pepper, red pepper, ginger, and cinnamon in your diet. The next step is to ensure you're drinking enough water. Absolutely, staying well hydrated is crucial for managing any kind of concentration issue, including blood thickening. Indeed, this rule applies within the body as well. It's important to drink an adequate amount of water. In today's urban lifestyles, it's recommended to drink around 6 to 8 glasses of water per day to stay properly hydrated. Indeed, those who use industrial vegetable oils and solid fats should consider substituting them with olive oil for a healthier choice. Olive oil can help thin the blood and promote the flexibility of blood vessels. Therefore, industrial oils are oils that can potentially contribute to thicker blood. People who have both high blood cholesterol and high blood sugar levels may also have thicker blood. The next step in reducing blood thickness is to eliminate beef from the diet. Beef significantly thickens the blood. Beef and veal both thicken the blood. If you use beef and veal once every 6 months, it should generally be fine without any issues regarding blood thickness. Indeed, if you consume beef and veal on a weekly basis in your meals, it can lead to blood thickening over time. Beef is not a healthy choice. Especially with the current state of cattle farming, where they typically use concentrates and industrial feed, beef and veal aren't healthy. The next thing to know is that for individuals who consume a lot of tea, each cup of tea removes approximately 2 cups of water from the body. And it can lead to body dehydration and increased blood thickness. Tea and coffee can significantly thicken the blood. We consider tea and coffee as medications to be used occasionally. Indeed, tea and coffee should not be used as daily drinks. It is 100% disease-causing. The next point is using red fruits to thin the blood. Fruits like pomegranate, cherry, jujube, barberry, raspberry, blackberry and mulberry. Fruits that have a blood-like color, are red, are extremely beneficial for reducing blood thickness. Make sure to include these fruits in your diet. If you don't have access to red fruits, consider using natural vinegar. Especially natural apple vinegar or grape vinegar. Consume 3 tablespoons of natural vinegar in a glass of water each day, in the morning, afternoon, and evening. Face 1 spoon in 1 glass. Use it when your stomach is full or not empty, as it helps to effectively thin and cleanse the blood. If you know how to make honey vinegar syrup, it can be a very beneficial syrup for family. When consuming fatty foods, you can use honey vinegar syrup as a healthy, blood-thinning beverage. Preparing honey vinegar syrup is simple. It has 2 methods. One is a cooking method that can be challenging, and the simple method is as follows. Mixing 1 tablespoon of vinegar, 2 tablespoons of mint extract, and 1 tablespoon of honey in a glass of water will give you a healthy drink. The name of this beverage is honey vinegar syrup. Dear ones, our experiences are at your service and in the service of community health. Be happy, healthy, and victorious. Goodbye.